Is there a way to spot a bait and switch? Well, if you're in a job interview, it's a bait and switch situation. So yes, pretty much every question they ask you, there's going to be a question behind the question, and it's some form of trap. Okay? You have a very complex relationship with the recruiter or the hiring manager, depending on who is interviewing you, your interviewer. Okay? In some ways, they will be your ally in that they want you, they want to fill this position, and they would like you to be the person that fits the bill so that they pick you and then the whole thing's over, right? But in other ways, they are your adversary. An extreme example is when they ask you for your salary expectations, right? They're hoping to get you for as little money as they possibly can, and you are hoping to get this job to pay you as much money as it possibly can. So you have polar opposite incentives, right? So they are your adversary. They are not on your side, and they are going to employ every trick in the book to trip you up and get what they want at your expense, okay? So the other thing that they're doing in a job interview is they're trying to peel back the layers. They've heard your sales pitch where you're the most wonderful person that ever walked the earth, right? Recruiters are not generally super bright, but they're not complete idiots too. They realize that that story is probably not the whole story. It could even be false, right? So what they want to do is they want to try and peel back the layers and verify what you're saying. That's why they ask you things like behavioral questions. Give me an example. Give me an example of, how great you are. So there's a lot of those questions. I just did a video on the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? That is a trap, just like any other question. If you say you see yourself anywhere other than right here in this job, or possibly moving on, one level above this job, possibly, then that's a red flag. That you've just eliminated yourself. You're not a fit for this job. You've said you see yourself somewhere totally different, not in this role. That shows you're not a fit, right? You see how this works? What is your weakness? We just want to know that you're working on yourself and you are self-aware enough to recognize your own faults and do some self-improvement. So tell me, what is your weakness? Oh, well, my weakness is I'm not good at this. Oh, okay, thank you very much. We're not going to hire you because you're the type of employee that's not good at that. So we're going to go and hire someone who hasn't given us a real weakness in the job interview. You see how you walked into that? Pretty much almost every question is some form of trap, okay? So understanding the standard questions and understanding their tactics for how they're trying to get you to reveal things is paramount in a job interview, If you're interviewing for McDonald's or something, it's going to be very basic. But if you're interviewing for like an executive role or something like that, it's going to be very, very complex, So, but that's what they try and do. They look for weaknesses.